Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Monday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. And today in studio, I have Michelle and Dan from Duke's Good Sandwiches from 5 Points.
That's right.
How you doing?
Good.
You okay?
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
You ready?
Yeah. Happy
Let's
to be
do
here.
this. Bring the energy. Who's going to give me a little history of you guys?
Well, yeah, I'll give you a little history. We live in the 5 Points neighborhood, and we bought a house there about 6 years ago, and we just loved the atmosphere, loved the whole vibe of the place, and we wanted to get more involved in the community and thought, maybe stupidly, but let's start a restaurant.
And at that point, having no restaurant experience?
That's true, yes.
Yeah, so stupidly is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we are having a lot of fun doing it, and I think we're serving up some pretty good food, too.
Yeah.
So when did you open?
We opened about 5 months ago, over the summer. We have it's a walk-up window with a patio in the back. So it's served out the window. It's kind of an East Coast style feeling to it. That's the way we planned it. Just good hoagies. It's a very simple menu, but everything is really good that we do have on the menu.
What's the exact address?
It is 2748 Welton Street, and we're a little tough to find. So if you go to that address on Welton, you got to go down a kind of a hidden walkway, and we're in the back. It's kind of a speakeasy sandwich shop. Type
Oh, I like
place.
that idea.
Yeah,
Are you gonna be? That would be cool if you were open like late night.
maybe eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe next summer it warms up a bit.
What are your hours now?
Right now they're 11 in the morning till 8 at night.
And how many days a week?
Well, 5 days a week. We're closed Monday and Tuesday at the moment, and we do close a little earlier on Sunday at 6:30, but usually open till 8.
And where does the name Duke come from?
Duke was my grandparents' last name, and so my mother's maiden name, and it became my middle name. That's where we named it from. And then we also threw in, a little honor to Duke Ellington in the jazz history-filled neighborhood of 5 Points that we live in.
And what is your relationship to each other?
Well, we are married.
Yeah.
For how long?
16 years.
So I told you. I said you two together be cute. That's cute. And what are your day jobs?
Well, I was a pediatric nurse. I worked at Children's Hospital for 28 years.
Wow.
And then 4 years at Aurora Public Schools. Go Boston Bears! Roar! I want to shout out Ruth and Kara. Love you, miss you. So 33 years pediatric nurse. I was feeling I needed a change. It's a lot, mentally, emotionally,
Sure.
physically too.
Yeah.
And if you can't give 100%, it's time to step back. So I was feeling that. And I love to bake. I love good food. I'm not classically trained, professionally trained. I'm just grew up in an Italian household, which is training in its own, but some of the best training, I guess. So love to bake.
And then what do you do?
So I still have another regular career, which is in digital printing. The company I work for, we manufacture equipment, and a lot of the times I'm traveling on the road. So a lot of my inspiration has come from, the Philly cheesesteak places, Italian roast beef. I've eaten mom and pop shops all over the country, and that brings a lot into what we've done also.
Places that have a small menu, they do a couple things, they do it really well.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to
Keep it
emulate.
simple.
Have you heard yet the KISS method?
Yes, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. I'm like, it's a restaurant thing, but probably goes in every
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you brought me for lunch today. We'll start over here. Okay, this guy here is what?
That's a caprese.
Looks
I
like
make
caprese.
the basil pesto in-house every week, fresh.
Where'd you get those tomatoes? Beautiful.
The second one is Italian sausage. That is from Polidori, the famous Polidori family of Denver.
Yeah, 100 years they've been in business.
So if you want to get sausage, check out Polidori.
Yep.
So meatball, that is my grandmother's recipe. I grew up cooking and baking with my mother and my grandmother. My family is originally from upstate New York in Lockport. And can't get any better than my grandmother's meatball.
What's the meat in the meatballs?
It's pork and beef.
Okay.
That's the right way to do it, I think, for the flavor, the texture. And I make the sun-dried tomato pesto in-house as well. So we have a little different spin on the meatball. Most places have the marinara, the mozzarella cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It gets rubbery when it gets hot. It's not the way to go. It gets messy. The roll gets soggy. So we thought we'd just up it a little bit with flavor and texture and put a spin on it. So the sun-dried tomato pesto has the tomato flavor. I put ricotta cheese for the creamy the mouthfeel, some greens.
I'm a huge meatball parm guy, and that looks amazing. Like, I like your take on it. And then you slice the meatballs in half so they don't roll out and
Right,
fall
they
on
don't
your
pop
lap.
out, yeah.
I don't understand why people don't get that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You gotta cut them in half. This is the star of the show, isn't it?
Yes, now that one's our original Denver chopped cheese, which was inspired from a New York sandwich. And our 5 Points neighborhood has kind of a New York feel to it, so that's why we kind of went in that direction. But we Coloradoized it. It's ground beef chopped up on the griddle with cheddar cheese. And then we put it on a hoagie roll with mayo and butter, and then top it with raw onion, pepperoncini, and on this one we have the spicy giardiniera, which adds a little kick to it.
Yeah, that's the way to go, is to add the giardiniera.
So that's a sandwich everyone comes for, and if you haven't been to our place before, that's the one to try first.
The thing about chopped cheese, we were looking it up to see where it started and who invented it, and there's nobody really knows for sure, but it's something that came from Harlem somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they claim Haji's in Harlem.
Yeah. And then this guy here is
And then, yeah, last but not least is our 100% bison hot dog from.
Continental sausage, and this is from their Charcut Nouveau line. And it's 100% bison, no weird stuff. So it's lean, it's healthy. If you like a hot dog, this is a great one, very juicy.
Yeah,
Lot
super
of flavor.
juicy. It's good to run out and grab a quick bite for lunch.
And then obviously you're supporting local.
Yes, we love that. So really put effort into finding local people with great products. It wasn't too hard. There's a lot of talented people in Denver.
This is new packaging.
It is. It's brand new. We're one of the first to
Hey
have
Pete,
it.
Tico Teas, we love Pete.
Love Pete for sure. So Tico tea we had to have. Rocky Mountain soda as well. So Drew, Moose, and Phil, thank you. They have a great product.
And then I try not to say anything's the best.
Yeah. So Dylan and Connor with Denver Chip Company. You cannot find a better chip anywhere, not just in Denver, but anywhere in the country.
And they've been on the show. Actually, Pete's been on the show too. And we discovered them. We were like, they were brand new, just starting out. And they used to bring cases of this by the office. And it says on here, like, what does it say, four servings, I think. And nobody's ever made it to 4 servings.
No.
They are so addictive. And what they're also great for is dipping, because they're
Ah.
thick that they don't break in the
Yeah.
whatever you're dipping it in.
And I also put, I hate to waste anything, so at the bottom of the bag when there's chips and our bulk bags, I use them in cookies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you do other things besides this? Do you do salads? Do you do
We don't.
just sandwiches?
Yeah, keep it simple,
All
stupid.
right.
This
Yeah,
is it.
so you really do keep
That's
it simple.
right, we do.
Are there more sandwiches than this that you do there?
No.
The weekends we've been doing a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah,
which
I
is
could see that.
Almost
True.
a chopped cheese with a couple eggs on it, but people have been enjoying those too.
Do you have a website?
Do you have a website? It's dukesgoodsandwiches.com.
Okay. And then socials?
We have an Instagram, which is the same, just at Duke's Good Sandwiches.
Okay. Can people order on your website?
Yes, we do have, you can order for pickup or delivery. We, speaking of keeping it local, we work with a bicycle courier a block away from us. So when an order's placed, they're at our place within a minute and get the food to you hot and fresh. That was the key. We didn't want to use some of the bigger name places because you never know what's going to end up on the other
I
end.
know what happens.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
At my restaurant, the food would be sitting on, we had this ledge, and it'd sit there for a half hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know this food's garbage now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
We wanted to support the local bike courier company, and we told them go 2.5 miles out. If you can get there in 5 minutes, however far you can get, so.
Yeah, they can
That's
move
our
pretty
radius.
quick on those bikes too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be faster than driving.
Oh yeah.
Get
Yeah.
around Rhino. All right, so tell them again where you're located.
In 5 Points on Welton Street, 2748 Welton.
Do we forget anything?
Oh, you know what? One more thing we want to say. We are working to get our beer and wine license.
Oh.
We should hear this week.
We should have heard last week.
Should have heard last week, but
but
we're hoping the
we'll hear
city
this week.
comes through and we hear this week. So we're going to
Hold on.
feature small local craft brew places. We want the small guys. We want to support small business just like us. So we're in with a beer rep that is going to introduce us to a lot of good small companies.
Oh, there's so much around you
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you both. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks so
Thanks
much
for
for
having
having
us.
us. Enjoy.
Come on. Does it get any better than that?
No, it doesn't.
Love me some chopped cheese. We'll be back for another episode of What's for Lunch tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's eat! Oh my God. I knew it was going to be good.
Thank you.
That's better than good.